I'm just going to be 1,000% honest. If I were 22 today, I would not be dating black men at all, unless they were older. They'd have to be real old. Out because they're too feminine these days for me. I like masculine, go get them. I'm gonna pay for that baby type men. Okay, where you want to go on vacation type men. That's what I like. If I was 22 today, I wouldn't date black men. I'm sorry. Y'all take too long to get y'all stuff together. Y'all want us to pay half the bills and sleep with you? No, can't do that. So I wouldn't be able to do it. I'm not saying that other men are better than you. I'm just saying they're more ambitious than you. Yes, you can play basketball and football really good. You dominate the rap game, but the average non-famous black man has less ambition. I like ambition. Ambition leads to success. Oh, sorry. Others have a financial head start. They are not more ambitious. That's not really true. You can't use that as an excuse. If you're ambitious, you don't need a head start. If you good, you don't need a head start. Seriously, my husband didn't have no head start. He's black. Yeah, he came from a family of 10 in the country. He didn't have no head start. So what's your excuse? You come up with every excuse instead of every solution. That's your problem. You're going to sit here and say, oh, this, oh, that. You're going to come up with 10 excuses before you come up with half a solution. That's why you stuck. That's why women make more money than you. And that's why you are stuck. Okay. And that's just the honest truth. Everybody sees that. Everyone, except y'all.
Hello ladies, welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to come on and do a reaction to the Shira 7 video that's been making its rounds on TikTok and Instagram. And as you just heard, she talked about why she would not date black men today if she was a 22-year-old black woman. And the main thing she brought up as a reason for that is because she wants a man who is ambitious. And I 100% agree with everything she said in the video. However, I just want to add on another aspect. And if you are a traditional woman dating for marriage, another reason why I would not consider black men as my exclusive dating pool is also due to a cultural aspect. Culturally, black men are not raised as leaders. They don't have their fathers in the home majority of the time. So they are not able to witness what a husband is supposed to do. They are not able to witness really what a man is supposed to do on a daily basis. Versus men from other communities where men that are not black tend to have their fathers in the house majority of the time, and they are able to see what a husband, a father, and just a man in general is supposed to do for his family on a day to day basis. And ladies, if you want a traditional lifestyle when it comes to your love life, I'd highly suggest that you open up your options and that you date men from other cultures and other communities. I'm not saying don't date black men at all, because maybe there are some black men that are fit for marriage, but I'm saying do not limit your dating pool to black men only. As a young woman today, really of any color at this point, you are doing yourself a disservice if you only date one group of men, especially if that group of men statistically are the most single. They have the highest children, highest number of children out of wedlock, and they majority of the time come from broken homes. And let me tell you why it's different for us as women. Because, yes, a lot of Black women come from broken homes as well. A lot of Black women were not raised in households where they saw their mother as a wife. However, a lot of Black women were raised in households where they were shown on how to, survive and how to keep things together as a woman. They watched their mothers do it so they can do it themselves. So it would be easier for Black women to join in with a man who understands what it means to lead. It would be easier for her to join in with that because she still had an example of a woman who is about her business and can get things done, and a man who, is also about his business. Those two would be much more compatible with each other. And for Black men who want to say a wife doesn't do that, they have no idea what a wife does. They weren't raised with one, number one. And number two, you definitely need a wife who knows how to handle stuff, who knows how to do things. It's more than just being able to submit and knowing how to be quiet and when to do things in the bedroom. There's so much more there's so much more things you need to know how to do than to be a wife. Being a wife is not just about knowing how to submit and being pretty and staying in shape. That is not what it means to be a wife, okay? Not even close. So please don't listen to black men when they tell you what a wife is supposed to be. They have no clue. They were raised in single mother households, and they're not women on top of that. For a good marriage, as a black woman who was raised in a marriage, comes from a generation of wives. I'm telling you that being skinny and looking good is not going to get the job done. You actually have to have skills on how to run a household and how to run something and how to do something. And black women that come from single mother homes, even though they weren't raised by wives, they were raised knowing how to get something done, know how to run something because they had to watch their mothers do it. So, in order to survive. So that is why when black women pair up with non-black men, the marriages do tend to last because black women are used to seeing what it means to keep a household together. I mean, when I say together, I'm not saying like romantically together and husband and wife together. When I say together, I mean there's food on the table, things are getting done in the home. A lot of black women witness their mothers working hard, witness their mothers still cooking and still cleaning up, all on their own. So if black women are able to witness how to be a single mom and keep the household right alone, then it will be very easy for them to actually join in with someone else to help them run the household as well. It'll be very easy for her to offload some of those duties to the man in the house. Versus for black men, it's going to be hard for black men to lead a household and to run a program that they've never witnessed, that they've never, you know, learned and discovered how to even get that started. So just in general, it is easier to follow than it is to lead. Okay, so if a black woman joins in with a man who's a good leader, it's going to be very easy for her to follow him. Versus a black man, it's going to be hard for him to lead and create a program, and he doesn't even know where to start. And his household's going to be in chaos because he's probably going to rely on his woman to help him be a man, and that's just not how the game goes. Which is why black men also have the highest divorce rates of all men as well. So I also wanted to add that on to what Shira Seven was saying because she brought up a lot about ambition is the reason why she wouldn't date black men. But I do agree with that. But it's also about cultural lack of cultural understanding of what it means to be a man in the house, what it means to be a husband, what it means to lead. A lot of black men don't understand that. And actually, she did in the video mention that a little bit that black men are just a little too feminine, and that would fall into the cultural aspect. So she did touch on it just a smidget. um, but yes, the black men today being too feminine, not knowing how to lead, and then not only that, but just in general amongst each other, they don't value commitment. Okay, I've met plenty of black men that are middle aged, 30 years old, middle aged and up, who have never been in relationships. They've just been out here playing games and having sex. That's it. Wasting women's time, not caring to grant any woman the access to a commitment, marriage, relationship, let alone a marriage at all. So that's another thing, ladies. If you're dating a guy and he hasn't been in a relationship for years, I would not take him seriously because clearly he's been out here having sex, wasting women's time, going on dates, and has just not chosen any woman. Not one woman was good enough for him. I wouldn't come up in the picture thinking that you're going to change his mind when he's already set in his ways as a grown man. I would just go to a man who knows what it means to commit. He has a history of being committed. He comes from commitment, preferably in his household. That is the type of man you need to take seriously, and that's the type of man you need to put at the top of your list of men you need to actually, think about giving your time to. A man who's been single for a long time has no idea how to be with someone else. He's used to being alone, and that's his comfort zone, and he's always going to choose himself over you. So don't even bother. That's all I wanted to say for this video. I hope you ladies enjoyed. Please leave your comments down below, like the video, subscribe if you're a first time listener. I'll talk to you ladies in the next one. Bye.